And welcome in to the AMF Postgame show for the Pilgrim's PBA Ohio Classic. Yeah, that is a very happy Spencer Robarge as he has hoisted the first trophy in his very young career, and we've got him here on set. All right, so I noticed that you took a deep breath. I guess it was probably in the 10th frame, and it kind of calmed you a little bit. Has your heart rate gone down now that you've won this one?
No. I don't think it will for quite a while, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be okay.
All right.
Spence, we heard you say at the end, you now feel like you belong. Well,
Yeah.
I think you were the only one that ever felt that. I mean,
That you didn't belong.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you didn't belong. I mean, I've known you since you were this tall.
Yeah.
And, I always get a text every couple months. Oh, Spencer broke another one of your records. Oh, Spencer broke another one of your records. So congrats, man.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. Was there a moment this week where you felt like you could win the title today?
Yeah. So it would have been Thursday. We bowled the first set at 6. I was fairly up there in the standings. Didn't have to worry too much about falling out of the top 16. Didn't shoot a very big set. Bowled like 170 over, and I just went back to where we were staying, and I was laying there thinking about it, and it's just something came over me. I felt like maybe I could do this, and my mom texted me and said, "I know you've got this," and I've been trying to be better in the last couple of weeks, and I prayed about it and hoped that maybe it would come about, and I bowled 360 over to make the show, and it was at that point, getting on the show, I knew maybe I got a chance at this one.
Okay, you say you prayed about it. It's Easter Sunday, and 5 years ago, Easter Sunday, you were on, it was the Masters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Masters, where you ended up third in that event.
Yeah.
Can you see the similarities here with your first title win?
Yeah, it seemed right. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know that it was going to be Easter Sunday until it was Friday. It's so many weeks in a row, you kind of lose track of time. But, Easter in 21, I was fortunate to make the Master show, and I finished third there. I lost Thomas Larson, who ended up winning. But when I figured out, that it was Easter, it just seemed right. It just seemed like it all kind of fell into place. And I've been trying to be better about, putting God first and doing what I need to do. And I really feel like I couldn't have won this without him being around, and, to do it on Easter would be cool. And shout out to Brother Joe. I bet you're getting ready for Sunday night church. So hope you got time to watch the show.
I love it. Okay, I tell you what, let's show everyone how we got here. Obviously, as the number 3 seed, you had some games that had to take place before you got to that title match.
Yeah.
In the first match, it was Vi versus Tackett. Vi ends up taking down the best bowler in the world. And so Vi looked like he had the momentum. Well, in that second match, he goes up against you. And you were his roadblock.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to go on. The lanes played a little bit different than what we saw all week, at least I did. Woj, my ball rep, told me in the 6th frame when we had the break that he thought maybe we needed to go to the black ball on the right lane, and I'll be honest, I was a little leery, but she did the right thing the first time, and I had all the trust in him. After that, I just needed to see one do the right thing.
You knocked out Hanrahan, and then the title match. Now, you've experienced bowling on TV before, but this is the title match. This is for all the marbles right here, and you rose to the occasion.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to bowl against anyone else. Me and Ryan have so much history bowling in in college. We spent a lot of evenings practicing against each other and with each other, bowling tournaments together, making some bracket money and league and whatnot. And I told him before even the Chris Vi and EJ Tackett match, I said I hope one of us is the one. And we made it work out. We both got to the end, and fortunately, I was able to come out on top.
236, 228. Now, a part of our broadcast during the day was Jason Belmonte. And when you said that you finally felt like, you were accepted, you were, a part of the PBA Tour when you won this title. He was the first one to say, well, he's the only one that didn't think that he belonged here. And coming from a 7-time player of the year, that has to feel really good.
Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of self-doubt over the course of my life. And, I made the show at the Players. It felt really good. And the next 5 weeks didn't go anything close to how I wanted. I bowled 289 the last game of the U.S. Open, missed cut by 20. I bowled 276 the last game of Decatur and missed by 10. Didn't bowl good in St. Louis, didn't bowl good in Fort Wayne, and I was really starting to feel rough because it's 10 weeks. You never get a chance to go home, and I went and bowled a non-champs regional. I was fortunate to win. That was my first regional title, and I think it just gave me the confidence coming back. I had a really good Masters, and then this week, it's just a blur. I can't believe it. So
yeah, Spence, unbelievable, and you're not just Spencer Robarge anymore. You're PBA champion.
Yeah.
Spencer Robarge, man. How's it feeling?
It feels amazing. I never knew if this day would come. I'm real glad that it did, though. I'm so excited.
You said self-doubt, but we mentioned during the broadcast earlier, as a junior, you've got every record that's ever been written down as a junior bowler.
Yeah.
So where did the doubt come from? I mean, you've been the best. You were the best 9-year-old. You were the best 10-year-old. You're the best 11-year-old. Well, now you're the best 23-year-old. I mean, it's incredible. So is this going to give you confidence?
Absolutely. Absolutely. To answer your question, yeah, I was fortunate to win a lot of stuff when I was a youth bowler and break a lot of records. I think it was the first year that I got to college. I bowled well. I was fortunate to be a second-team All-American, but it was just the stuff that I bowled. I felt like the edge that I had over some of the guys I was bowling against. And granted, it's youth bowling. You're not bowling against sometimes you're not bowling against the greatest bowlers in the world like this, but I just felt like I didn't have it as much as I did. And as time went on in college, I felt like I got closer and closer, but it's like a roller coaster. You ride the highs and you try to get through the lows. And I was in a kind of a bit of a low the last 4 weeks prior to the Masters, and we're back on top and riding the high, and we're going to ride this thing all the way to the end.
I'd say so.
I love that.
Yeah.
You talk about Wichita, that team you're on, we've seen pictures of it. I mean,
yeah.
It doesn't get any more stacked than that. How much of that bowling against, obviously Ryan on that team, how much of bowling against those guys every day, practice and training, going head-to-head, helped you prepare for the PBA Tour?
More than you could ever imagine. It's not just those guys either. I mean, Packy came downstairs and practiced all the time. Frankie come down and practice all the time. You'd get, when the tour would be close, you'd get guys come in and they would practice down there. I mean, I saw Belmo come down there before and practice. So, you learn so much from the coaching staff, but you also learn so much from each other and just the guys that come down to see what's going on. I mean, if you've never been there, you don't understand that trophy case.
Yeah.
But we walked by it every day. I mean, we had a sign over the room we start our balls in that through these doors pass the greatest college bowlers. I mean, it's little reminders like that solidify what you're doing. So yeah,
you're gonna have to make a place for this, the next trophy in the long line of trophies. And by the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make the call. This is the first in a long and lot of matches and titles that this young man is going to win.
Thanks, sir.
We talked a lot about Belmo. He is a part of Born to Bowl, which his episode is tomorrow night. Born to Bowl, you remember, that's the HBO original 5-part documentary series that follows the stars of the PBA Tour. And again, episode 4 at 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO and streaming on HBO Max is tomorrow night. And here's a little excerpt of Belmo when he went back home.
I really don't think about my own bowling when I'm here. I'm really engaged in what the family's doing.
Mango. Do you want some mango? Yes.
I'm gone for 6-7 months of the year, and so the months that I have here at home, I want to be really present.
No.
I have to cut it, otherwise how are we going to get into it?
So my life when Jace is gone,
I guess it can become a little bit lonely at times, but I definitely think it's harder for him.
You're really hacking into that.
I am. Well, the best way that I can describe leaving is I absolutely hate it. But before leaving, I'm very excited about going and competing.
And again, that's tomorrow night on HBO and streaming on HBO Max. Now, our PBA Tour coverage, powered by Go Bowling, continues next Sunday on the CW at a special time. Again, a reminder, it's 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. It's the Surfside PBA New York Classic from ABC Gates Bowl in Rochester, New York. The hardware has been handed out. It is a first-time champion in Spencer Robards. He has won the Pilgrim's Ohio Classic. The 23-year-old, the prodigy that has dominated at every level, has his first title. It happened right here.